Rabbi, there are two questions for you.
Yes.
Number one, if the Christian has the same Torah as the Jews, the 5 books of Moses, do Christians have the same Torah as the Jews?
The answer to that question is yes, but in translation, so that Christians have access to the Hebrew, but they usually read it in the translations of their language, like whether it's English, there's multiple English translations of it, so we can read differently than reading it directly from the Hebrew.
Rabbi, Papa wants to ask you, is the Tanakh that the Christian have today, I mean the Torah, the Naviim, and the Ketuvim, all the Psalm and all the books of the prophets, is the same that the Christian have today, exactly the same? Because Muslims always accuse us that the Tanakh, or especially the Torah, has been changed, and we have the fake Bible. What do you think?
Well, we definitely have the same Bible when it refers to the Hebrew scriptures, or the Tanakh, which is the Torah, the Nevi'im, and the Ketuvim. We have the same scriptures.
How many time you have left, Rabbi? There's a Muslim here. His name is ALAA Deen. He's an Arab, I think. I don't know. He's a fake Arab or original Arab. ALAA Deen
Yeah,
has been
because
20 minutes waiting to talk to you, Rabbi, and he wouldn't talk to God, but he would talk, waiting 20 minutes just to talk to Rabbi Brian Bileci. So go on, ALAA Deen.
Oke. Aladin, silakan mau
Yes.
bertanya.
Please,
Silakan.
I cannot speak Indonesian. Assalamu alaikum, shalom alaikum.
Shalom Aleichem.
أنا فلسطيني.
Shalom to you.
Sabah shalom to you as well. Alhamdulillah. I'm a Palestinian, by the way. I'm from the city of Geneva. أنا
Okay.
Palestine. Okay. I've been listening to your lectures actually, and I've been following your channel for a few months.
Oh,
So there is no time. Yeah. I subscribe to your channel actually, and I watched much of your videos actually.
Oke.
And I love
Good.
and I love the picture at your back, and I follow even your organization. What's that?
Simchat Yeshua.
Yes. I've read about it and about your lovely wife and your lovely daughter, and you're in California and all those stuff. So I'm a follower of yours for almost the past 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
So now I've been listening to you here. So it's a very good chance for me to ask you a few questions. You
Mhm.
brought so many points here, which I disagree with you upon, with all due respect to you. And I would like you to clarify it to me. Clarify that. Number one, we said that Prophet Muhammad was learning Hebrew. I want you to give me an Islamic source that says that Prophet Muhammad was learning Hebrew, as you claim. Number two, you spoke about the Jewish Tanakh Hebrew text and the Septuagint. And you said that they look alike. I disagree with you as well, because I made some research and studied from the Jewish sources, and they said that there are major differences actually in between the Septuagint and the Jewish Tanakh. And you have 3 or 4 different actually versions of the Septuagint, and I'll name them for you. You have the copy of the Aquila, you have Simachos, you have Theodosia, and you have also Saurigen. And they are different from one another because you don't have actually any manuscript for the Septuagint. Now, if you go to the Jewish and you read the Talmud, I know that you know that's Mechilta. And Mechilta was written by Rabbi Ishmael. He said in Mechilta, he wrote it in Palestine, they transferred it, then after that they transferred it to Iraq, to Babylon. He said in this book that when they translated the Jewish Tanakh to Septuagint, they made a distortion, and they corrupted the Jewish Tanakh in the Septuagint. And I will give you some of the examples that they brought up, and I hope that you can enlighten them and answer them. If you come to Genesis chapter 5, verse 25 and verse 26, it says in the Hebrew text, it was talking about Metushalech. They said that the Metushalech in the Hebrew text, he lived for 187 years. If you go to the Septuagint, they said he lived for 167 years. So there's a difference of 20 years in both of texts. If you go to verse 26, it says Metushalech, after he gave birth to Lamech, he lived for 782. But if you go to Septuagint, it says he lived for 802, a difference of many years also. Also in Exodus, chapter 1, verse 5, when they spoke about Jacob, they said that Jacob got or saved 70 souls. That's in the Hebrew. If you go to the Septuagint, it says 75.
75.
Yes, so they are different. No, if you go to the
Aladdin.
Hebrew, it says,
Can I interrupt you just for a
Tolong pakai
second?
bahasa
Yeah, yeah.
Indonesia,
Just
Bu.
one by one,
Hai.
Aladdin. Okay, just one by one. One question by
One,
one.
yeah.
okay, okay,
I
okay.
can
I
answer
understood.
your
I do
question,
apologize.
Aladdin, about
No,
the textual
please
variant
let
in
me
the
let me
Tanakh.
speak with the rabbi,
Yes.
please. I would like to
Okay,
learn
you
from
let
can
me
him,
speak
please.
respond to
with the
something
rabbi
because
just
I can't
one
respond.
by one. Okay, let the
Yes.
rabbi respond to you.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
go on, rabbi.
So first of all, the Quran was written later, after the Torah. So these stories of the Jewish people were communicated in Hebrew and some parts in Aramaic. So for Muhammad to actually learn of these stories, he would actually have to compare them with the scriptures that were written. As Yeshua says, it is written. These scriptures were already written, and I think that's universally understood and believed. So when I say he studied with, what I mean is he was learning from. And this is the reason we know this. He called both Jews and Christians the people of the book, which means there was already a scroll or collection of scrolls written that he would call them the people of the book. This is before the Quran was ever written. So this is not about me knowing Islamic sources. This is referring to history and just basic common sense. So I might not know specific Islamic sources, and forgive me for not knowing that because I'm not a scholar of Islam. But what I am very clear on is historically, the Jewish people are the first group of people that have claimed Abrahamic succession of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob with a written book, and Muhammad confirmed they are the people of the book. Secondly, I never said that the Hebrew and the Septuagint are equal. I've only said in the past that the Hebrew scriptures were translated into Greek, and we use the Greek to be able to compare to New Testament Greek so we can see the differences, because there are differences, and I've never said they were the same. So all those questions that you're mentioning, the discrepancies, I agree with and I acknowledge them. They are different because I don't study the Septuagint, I study the Hebrew scriptures. There are differences, and I've never said they were the same. So all those questions that you're mentioning, the discrepancies, I agree with and I acknowledge them. They are different because I don't study the Septuagint, I study the Hebrew scriptures.
Oke.
Can I respond,
Saya
rabbi? Can I respond?
ya, sebentar
Please.
Bu, di live chat bertanya. Jadi Aladin ini mengaku dari Palestina ya. Dia orang
Yes.
Palestina, jadi dia berbicara
Palestinian.
dengan Rabbi langsung. Oke, just
Yes,
a moment. Silakan Bu Sofi di translate.
Yeah, okay.
Silakan.
No, I will respond to you, Aladdin. We have the
Ah.
sources in Islamic sources that Muhammad received books in Hebrews and Aramaic languages, and he told Zaid bin Thabit to learn in yeshiva. He told him to learn Hebrew languages to translate it all the Jewish and Christian books. And we have a debate between your Ustad Solihin and Hussein al-Iraqi about this. And even Muhammad said if there is lost verses in the Quran, he told Ibn Abbas, he told his cousins to fill it with the poetry of the pra-Islamic poetry. And we have the sources that your Muhammad, he told Said bin Thabit to translate the Jewish and Christian books from Arabic and Aramaic languages. Okay, that's the first thing I will respond. And the second things about the textual variant and the Septuagint and in the Masoretic text that we have, I think the Masoretic text that Rabbi Brian means is the Leningrad Codex. Right, Rabbi Brian, because we have the Aleppo and the Leningrad,
Yes.
but the Aleppo has been burned half, and we use the Leningrad Codex for the Old Testament and also the Dead Sea Scroll. And you are right, we have a textual variant, but that doesn't mean that
Small.
yeah, it's just a small textual
minor.
variant about like
Yeah.
70 souls, 75, but we have the Dead Sea Scroll that confirm the Septuagint. And I do believe that the Septuagint for the years is more accurate than the Masoretic text that we have. But that's not a major thing in the doctrine, Aladdin. Okay, next question, Aladdin. You have any questions?
Oke,
I will
ya
provide you the
gantian
source.
ya. Oke, gantian.
Okay,
Masih
Ganta,
banyak
next.
yang bertanya. Ya,
Okay.
the next. Oke, Aladdin, I hope you
Can I make a comment? No, no.
receive
Can I
the
make a comment, please? Can I make a
answer.
comment for the lady who was talking, please, because she said something wrong about Islam. So I
No,
hope that you
no,
know.
No, not
no,
something
sir,
wrong.
no,
I will give
no,
you the
sir.
sources.
Yes,
No, I will
will give you the
correct you.
sources.
we have.
I think I have
Just
the
a
right,
moment.
if you don't mind me, to correct you, please. If
Oke,
you don't
Okay, go on.
just a moment.
Please.
Enggak, sebentar Bu Sofi, di
With
sini
respect to
bukan
the
debat.
Rabbi.
Oke,
Yeah. If you want to debate
Aladdin,
me about
yeah.
the sources, we can do
Yeah.
it next time,
No,
Aladdin.
no.
You can
I'm not here to talk to you. I'm here to
No,
speak to the Rabbi, but I would like to answer your claim. Then I would like to go back to the Rabbi, please.
That is not
No.
my claim. That's your book. Okay, Palidara, let me answer him. That
Yeah.
is not my claim. That is in your books, and I can show you the reference that Muhammad received Hebrew and Aramaic books
Yes.
of the Jews and Christians, and he told
Yes, of
Said bin
course.
Thabit to learn Hebrew to translate those books. That is not my claim. That is in your books.
We have
Thank you.
we have many search and we have many book from the Muslim Islam, yeah, from Muhammad. We have many book, many search, yeah. Okay, Aladdin, thank you very much for your
Next time you come to
asking.
you, okay, Aladdin?
Next.
Excuse
We
me.
appreciate
No,
for you
excuse
coming.
me.
Yeah.
If I am
Yeah.
here for you
Just
to
a minute.
mute me, just ask me to leave and I will leave. You keep muting me and I didn't even say nothing
No,
yet.
no, because this room
Please.
not for debate
No,
and
I'm
not
not
for
debating. I'm
this is
asking a
only
question.
yeah,
No, no, no.
this
Palidara,
is
biarin.
o-
Okay,
only
Palidara,
for the
biarin.
asking.
Just one
Enggak,
more
masih banyak
question.
La
masih
hawla wala
banyak
quwwata
yang
illa
mau
billah.
bertanya, Pak,
Can I
Bu.
speak, please? Can I
Nanti
Ya.
masukkan saja ke channelnya
There are
Bu.
lots of
Yeah.
Bu
people.
Sofi
There's
itu.
3 hours. We have been 3 hours in the program, and a lot of
You
people
know,
wants to ask
having
Rabbi
more
Brian.
5 minutes will not destroy. Having more 5 minutes with me.
Bu Sofi
Just
kasih
will not
one
lagi
more
Bu Sofi saja
question.
nanti dia masuk
Just
sana.
I
one.
would like to make a
That's not.
comment, then a question.
Okay,
please.
one
Regarding
more
Just
question.
one more question. After that, done.
I give you time for one question
Rabbi,
to Rabbi. Okay.
Rabbi, I will write a text comment in your channel, so I hope that will answer me. So me and you can speak also some other times in your channel, please, for be free. I will appreciate that. Now let me tell the lady. Prophet Muhammad asked Zayd bin Thabit to learn Hebrew and Aramaic, not to learn Jewish religion, because they were talking about political issues. So therefore, they were sending messages and letters to Prophet Muhammad, and Zayd bin Thabit was translating them to him. It's not about religion whatsoever. Now let me go back to the Rabbi, please.
Not
Rabbi,
true.
I
Not true.
appreciate.
I
Let me
will
finish,
make
please.
a comment to your statement that Muhammad
Please, I am
told
here
Said
with
bin
to the
Thabit.
Rabbi.
Wait
Please,
a minute. You
Rabbi,
make
then
a
not let me
false.
speak.
Pak Lidara,
Yeah.
apa yang ditanyakan itu Pak
Wait
Lidara
a
itu?
minute. Wait a minute, Aladdin. You make a wrong statement because we have in Islamic
Bu
sources.
Sofi,
Islamic.
biar
Bentar,
saya
Palidara.
jelaskan. Ya. Enggak,
we
maksudnya
have Islamic sources and Islamic books. Muhammad said to Said bin Thabit, I am receiving books from the Jewish and Aramaic and Hebrew, and I want you to learn Aramaic and Hebrew to translate them. Okay, that's the end. Cut. Next
Okay.
question.
I will not comment. I'll ask the Rabbi.
Apa yang ditanyakan ini Pak Lidara? Tidak mengerti orang di live chat ini.
Aladdin, do you want to ask Rabbi Brian one more question or not?
I'm sorry. They keep mute me. I cannot unmute myself. I was muted by the host. How can I speak?
Just one more question. Go on.
Okay, Rabbi, I'm very glad that you acknowledge and admit that there is varying differences between the Septuagint and
Tolong suaranya siapa ya ini ya? Tolong di mute. Feedback. Okay.
Can I please say a complete sentence without you muting me? That was not my back.
First of all, can I just say, ALAA Deen, I did not apologize for anything because I've never said they were the same. Just so we're clear.
I'm sorry, I never said apologize, with all due respect to you. I did not mention anything about apology. I didn't say that. I said that you mentioned, no, I did not apologize. I did not apologize, and I didn't say that I asked you to apologize. It is recorded. And you said you believe that there is differences, but it's not major differences in between the Hebrew text and the Septuagint. It is recorded here in this channel. You can watch it later on. Actually, there are major differences in the number of the books. If you come to the Septuagint, they have extra 7 books than the Hebrew. And they added even the...
That is called Deuterocanonica, ALAA Deen. That is in the Catholic. We accept Deuterocanonica.
Let me speak. Why you keep interrupting me? I'm talking
Bu
with the
Sophie,
Rabbi.
apa yang ditanyakan itu Bu Sophie itu? Berdebat dia. Ini banyak ini menunggu kita ini.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Rabbi. Rabbi, thank you very much. I'm sorry to disturb you. They will never let me speak. I will comment in your channel. Please reply so we can have some other times together. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Peace to all of you.
Shalom.